When we forget someone, it's as if they vanish into thin air. Not because they didn't matter, but someone made sure we ignored them. There was a time when she was ubiquitous, beaming on his arm at premieres and stealing hearts on TV. Right now, time passed, her fame faded, and no one would notice if her picture appeared in a headline once in a while. But there's still a missing piece to her story, like a phrase that echoes in the background. No one will be applauding if her name is brought up today. It makes people feel confused and maybe guilty. How did that happen? She vanished without a trace. Why is it even painful to ask, though? The credits roll at the end of several stories. Some are gradually buried until only a question is left. How can someone who is always there suddenly vanish? His early life and career. Clint Eastwood didn't grow up famous. His 11-pound birth weight earned him the nickname Samson from the medical personnel at the San Francisco hospital where he was born in 1930. He bounced around a bit as a kid in California, but he finally landed in Piedmont, a wealthy area with tree-lined avenues and quiet neighborhoods. Clint was just a shy, lanky boy at the time, trying to make it in the world the way everyone else did. Far from being an aspiring Hollywood star. He worked as a lifeguard and a grocery shop clerk after school. A stint in front of the camera seemed out of the question, yet opportunities present themselves in the most unexpected ways. Something unexpected happened while Clint was a soldier stationed at Fort or Chuck Hill. A man with Hollywood ties and past acquaintances of Clint's ran across him once more. Even though Clint isn't quite there yet, he'll see promise in him just by being around him. He put Clint in touch with Irving Glassberg, a cameraman at Universal Studios, who set up an audition. Things did not go according to plan during the first audition. Arthur Lubin, the film's director, admired Clint for his stature and rugged good looks, but felt he needed to work on his acting. Still, Lubin was impressed enough to give him a $100 weekly contract and tell him to take acting classes if he wanted to be a real actor. Thank you, Clint. It wasn't easy at first. An oddity that remained throughout his career was his discomfort and stiffness in front of the camera. He also had a habit of grinding his teeth when he said his lines. Something about him, though, was undeniable, even after these early blunders. His calm, unwavering presence might have been the reason. It might have been the subtle abrasiveness he exuded effortlessly. At long last, he broke through in the late 1950s with the hit TV show Rawhide. Rowdy Yates was a cowboy who started getting a lot of attention from people. The show's long run gave Clint the exposure and experience he needed. That's where it all began. Understated and unremarkable. Someone whose rise had been slow and steady would finally become known. Fame didn't come knocking on Clint Eastwood's door. Carefully and silently, he built it. Private life. Not only did Clint Eastwood build a Hollywood career that lasted decades, but he also made many difficult personal choices during his life.